You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely alone. You talk, laugh, reply to messages, sit in the same room as people who care about you, and still feel like no one really sees what's going on. That's the kind of loneliness this reading is for. Not being alone, but feeling alone, even when you're not. That's what makes it harder to explain. There are people around you. You show up. You do what you're supposed to do. But something inside still feels alone. And that kind of loneliness is harder to admit than simply being alone. This is what the cards revealed today. The Three of Cups reversed, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups reversed. Together, they speak to a kind of loneliness that cannot be explained. Because from the outside, it does not look like loneliness at all. It is not about being physically alone, but about something difficult to name. A kind of loneliness that can exist even when people are right there. The Three of Cups reversed. This card speaks about connections, being around people, conversations, in gatherings, moments that should feel connected. But with the Five of Pentacles, it becomes clear that something doesn't quite land. It's not just that something feels off. It's that a part of you feels like you're watching from the outside, even when you're included, even when nothing is obviously wrong. Something in you still feels unsupported. And then the final card, the Queen of Cups reversed, is where it turns inward. Because now it's not only about what is happening around you, it is also about what you are holding back, what you are not fully expressing, what you're keeping inside. Even when part of you wants to be included. Now, before we go any further, make sure you're somewhere safe, somewhere quiet, where your body can soften and your mind can listen as your spirit speaks. Do not listen if you are driving or doing anything that needs your attention. Set this aside and return when you can fully focus. This space is for stillness and for receiving. Because the cards have revealed the pattern, But the answer to what this means for you cannot be forced from thoughts alone. So to deepen the understanding, we move into meditation. Not to escape what has been shown, but to go into it. To listen for the truth behind the feeling and the guidance always waiting within you. I invite you to get into a comfortable position, one that feels right for you. And as we go through this meditation, know that you do not have to stay completely still. If you need to adjust your body, scratch an itch, shift your hands, or move slightly to feel more comfortable, that is perfectly okay. Let this be gentle. Let it be natural. So close your eyes if it is safe to do so, or simply soften your gaze. Take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it gently for a moment and let it leave you softly. Breathe out just a little longer than you breathe in. No force, no effort, just breathing at a pace and rhythm that feels comfortable to you. And again, breathing in, holding gently, and releasing. And one more time, breathing in, holding for a moment, and letting go. Now imagine a gentle breeze, soft, light, almost like a whisper of air, moving across your skin. As it touches you, it is not just brushing the surface. It moves a little deeper, softening the body from within. It begins at the top of your head, moving slowly across your scalp, loosening any tension you didn't even realize you were holding there. And then it drifts down across your forehead, smoothing the space between your brows, softening the muscle around your eyes, allowing your eyelids to rest more easily. The breeze moves across your cheeks, your jaw, gently releasing the hold there, allowing your mouth to soften, the expression you have been holding for too long can begin to fall away. And it continues down along your throat, unwinding the places that have been holding weight, where words may have remained unspoken. As it reaches your shoulders, you may feel them drop slightly, as though the body is remembering it was never meant to carry all of this stress and tension within it. The breeze moves down your arms, through your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, all the way into your hands. You may notice a soft heaviness there now, or a lightness as the fingers relax and the palms open just a little. And now it moves to the center of your body, across your chest, softening the breath, making space for it to move more freely. Down into your ribs, your stomach, your lower back. Releasing anything that has been held there quietly. You may begin to notice tension there, and allow it to soften. The breeze continues down through your hips, your thighs, loosening the weight carried in your legs, down into your knees, your calves, your ankles. Slowly, gently, without any need to rush. And finally, it reaches your feet, softening the soles, the toes, the quiet presence of your feet. Whether they are resting on a bed, on a chair, on the ground, or simply held comfortably wherever you are. And as the breeze settles there, anything you have softened, anything you have been holding across your body, can begin to flow downward. From the top of your head, through your face, your throat, your chest, your stomach, your hips, down through your legs, into your feet, and out. Not pushed, not forced, just flowing. As the body releases what it no longer needs to hold, and even if your feet are not touching the ground directly, the earth is still beneath you. The same earth your feet have touched so many times before. Steady, ancient, wise, old enough to hold what you no longer need to carry. So let anything heavy, anything softened, anything ready to leave, move down through the body into the feet and be received, leaving your body a little softer, a little lighter, a little more at ease. And now, as you focus on releasing this tension through your feet, you may begin to sense yourself standing at the top of a quiet path, a path that descends gently into a garden, a place that feels older than memory. The ground beneath your feet may be soft earth, worn out stone, grass, or something only your spirit recognizes. There is no need to choose. Let the place reveal itself. And slowly, you feel the urge to want to walk deeper. So you take one step forward, then another, and you begin to walk. And with each step, you move further away from the mind that keeps circling, further away from the noise of needing to understand everything, and closer to what is true. You may notice the air, the scent of freshly cut grass or earth after rain, the sound of birds singing, flowing water somewhere nearby, or only silence. But a silence that feels alive. A silence that is listening back. Step by step, you go deeper. And the deeper you go, the less you need to explain, the less you need to defend, the less you need to pretend that you do not already know the answers. And soon you arrive at a familiar place to rest. A bench beneath trees, a stone warmed by soft light, a quiet seat beside water as it flows past or gently laps against the shore. A place that feels protected, a place where nothing can harm you or disrupt you. A place of truth. Sit there and let yourself be still. And as you sit in this place, you may begin to feel a presence around you. Gentle, quiet, wise in enforcing. It may feel like your guides, your higher self, or simply your own soul, speaking from a deeper place. And this presence does not command you. It will not choose for you. It does not rush you, but simply remains near, holding a light so you can discover what you already know. And in this soft light, you may begin to understand you were not waiting because you had no answer. You were waiting because the answer asks something of you. Something honest, something real. So bring to mind this feeling of loneliness, of being alone in a crowd. Do not analyze it or try to fix it. Just let it stand before you as it is. And as you sit with this, you may begin to notice something shifting, a little more space, a little more awareness. And from this space, you can begin to ask yourself a few quiet questions. No need to force an answer. Just notice what arises. The answers may not come as words. They may come as a feeling or an image, a memory, or simply a quiet sense of knowing without language. Whatever comes, trust the way it arrives, and simply stay with whatever begins to unfold. So now, ask, when I am around others, what part of me feels unseen? When I am around others, what part of me feels unseen? Just notice what begins to rise. It may be subtle at first, a feeling, a memory, a moment you have not thought about in a long time. Stay with it. And as you do, you may begin to sense where this feeling has been here before, when you felt it earlier, before just now. And perhaps even further back than that. And as something begins to show itself, you may gently come to an understanding of the why. And from here, allow the understanding to deepen a little further. Ask, why am I not speaking up? Even when a part of me wants to. Notice what shifts as you ask that. Why am I not speaking up? Even when part of me wants to. What feels uncomfortable here? There may be a hesitation, a familiar pattern, a moment where something in you chose to stay quiet. And as that comes into awareness, you may begin to understand a bit more in terms of what that silence has been protecting. Let that part of you be seen now. Let it breathe. Let it know you are not here to abandon yourself. You're here to understand yourself more deeply and with compassion. And now, one final step deeper. What kind of connection am I truly longing for? Not the surface answer, but something that you have not allowed yourself to acknowledge fully. So ask, what kind of connection am I truly longing for? Listen for an answer that feels a little more honest. An answer that may not have had space before. Acknowledge as it arrives in its own way, as a feeling, a knowing, or something you recognize. This truth does not need to rush or shout. And when you begin to see it for what it is, it will not feel like pressure. It will feel like recognition. Like the body exhaling, and like something in you quietly saying, yes. Stay here for a moment in the garden, in the quiet, with the knowing. Let it settle into the body, move beneath the mind. Let it become less frightening and more familiar. And if your body is ready for sleep, you may remain here, held by the earth, carried gently into rest. The answers will be waiting for you when you wake up. And if you are returning, begin to feel your body again, your hands, your feet, the surface beneath you. Take a deeper breath in and release. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Whatever you are navigating, you are not alone. Even in the moments where it feels like no one fully sees you or understands what is happening within you, may you meet yourself there with honesty, with gentleness, and with the courage to be seen.